So we're back on this 06 F350 Stupid Duty 6 leaker, and nice day today. Stuck in the snowbank. Truck won't start. This is the one we changed the pressure regulator on last night. It did hesitate starting after we changed the pressure regulator, but I assumed it might have been needing to prime the high pressure oil system. But we're going to scan it and see if we have any engine codes related to this problem. Injector control pressure too low, engine cranking. Well, isn't that special? Did we put in a defective solenoid? That could happen, I suppose. Well, I'm going to go back and build a custom data list here, and we'll have a look at engine injection, oil pressure, and so on. So I'm going to build a custom data list here and just pick the stuff that I feel is important. Let's see, cam fault, coolant temperature, might as well look at that. Oil temperature, might as well look at that. Fuel pump. Victim power, victim voltage, injection control pressure, desired, and pressure regulator, and sink, whether we have a sink or not. And say list view, and I'm going to graph ICP pressure, and I'm just going to cycle the key so that the glow plugs recycle again. Waiting for the glow plug light to go off. Well, got 400 psi. That's not quite enough. Desired pressure was 1688. I bet you if we give this a little sniff of ether, it'll start. There must be a high pressure leak in the system someplace, or that pressure regulator is defective. What's the pressure regulator duty cycle here? Percentage. It's trying to make pressure by commanding 85% duty cycle. Nope. Problem is high pressure oil pressure, and that sucks. So here is a replay of the recording. You can see desired pressure on the left bottom is 1688, and actual pressure didn't even make it past 450. I think it might have spiked to 551 at one instant, but it needs 500 to fire apparently. Pressure regulators was commanded to 85% duty cycle, trying to get it there. So either it has the leak in the high pressure system, or that pressure regulator is defective. I'm going to see if this thing will fire up with a little sniff of ether. Maybe with higher RPM it'll be able to produce the pressure required. So earlier in this video I mentioned the use of ether to try to get the vehicle to start. It is not recommended to use ether because it's dangerous. It's very volatile, and with a glow plug system it could actually damage the engine, especially with glow plugs. So I didn't use ether, as I mentioned. I did use penetrating fluid instead. It's volatile, but not nearly as volatile, and it actually has some lubricating ability. Just a little sniff, just basically a from the can while it was cranking, had an assistant spray it into the air induction system, and of course the truck started and ran, and desired and actual pressure were good at that point. But of course the engine's running at a higher RPM, so there's more volume available from the pump to overcome any leaks that might be in the system. One thing I forgot to mention in this situation was that when we changed that pressure regulator the evening before, we also changed the engine oil, and we drained out 1540 engine oil, and the customer opted to put in 040 synthetic. And I think that thinner engine oil has probably aggravated the situation. Any leaks in the system would be more noticeable now, because the thinner oil would tend to flow through those leaks past any high pressure O-rings that are leaking. So we are going to continue this repair at a later date. This customer has a commercial contracting business for snow plowing, as you could see, and we had a snowstorm yesterday. So he needed the truck. So once we got it running, I said, just don't shut it off. Go do your business. And we're going to address the potential high pressure oil leak somewhere in the very near future. And I'll hopefully have a video posted showing what we actually find wrong.